Hey, and welcome back. So, today we're going to talk about protocols. And you're probably asking, what the heck is a protocol? And it sounds a lot like a diet or just a fancy word for a diet. Now, a protocol is just an intentional way of eating that is sustainable over time, unlike most diets. And also, there is nothing off limits. Eventually, this actually becomes a habitual way of eating and takes the drama out of meal times. I know for myself and for a lot of my clients who are emotional eaters or sometimes binge eater, there's a lot of drama that goes on around what to eat, what not to eat, should I eat this? And this just takes the guessing work out. So it actually creates freedom because you don't have to spend time thinking about what you're going to eat or debating with yourself and negotiating. Now, a protocol is something that you create on your own. It's not a diet plan or a meal plan. You're not pre-planning your food weeks or days in advance and you're going to have exactly what you're going to eat. Life happens. It's so hard to know what you're going to want to eat on a Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And with a protocol, we only plan 24 hours in advance. So it's just one day or actually the night before. So you know you're going to eat the next day. So you're able to plan accordingly so you can set yourself up. Now, also with a protocol, you're going to I'll call them bright lines. You're going to know what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. So this isn't about, having a preset plan of nutrition. This is more about you know what works for your body, the types of foods. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not here to tell my clients what to eat. I'm just getting them to get really honest with themselves on what's going to work and what's going to be sustainable long term. So my protocol, let me share this. You might get an idea of how it works. So the protocol and the structure around it is I do intermittent fasting. So my bright lines are I only eat at noon and 6 every day, and I only eat in those two meals. So at noon and at 6, I'll have one meal and I don't snack in between. So intermittent fasting, eating at 12 and noon, and no snacking. Those are two different components. Now, the other thing in my protocol is I'm currently doing no flour and sugar. So in those two meals that I'm eating more high fat, protein, and veggies, and sometimes fruit in that. And then I do allow myself what I call a joy eat once a meal. Now, this is not a cheat meal because it's okay to eat what you want. You just need to plan it 24 hours in advance. And this is just really you getting in the habit of not seeing a pizza or candy or whatever is you're craving and then rewarding yourself. It's about getting in the habit of delayed gratification and building the skill of not needing it now. So let's say one day you're like really craving pizzas and cookies. That's fine. You can have them. You just can't have them now. You have to plan them in advance so that you know that it's fitting into your protocol and that you're not being impulsive, because a lot of people find themselves in compulsive eating habits and they're stuck. So this is a way of pre-planning, still having the joys in your life, but not giving into your animal urges. And really, this is about creating freedom in your life. In the beginning, it feels a little bit like a diet. It feels a little bit restricting, but you'll see that there is ease and flow in the process. And eventually, it's going to take away the desire. And this is all about creating something sustainable and taking away the urges and not going into the I need to have that now. So ask yourself, what do you want your protocol to be? What are you willing to stick with and not stick with? What feels right for you? I sit down with my clients on our first calls and we go over what works, what's going to work for them and what's not going to work. They know their bodies best. I just give them the structure. And then the great part is we just do the thought work and the model on how to stick to it. Once you have that in place, the hardest part is the mind drama. And that's what I help my clients with. So if you want to get some help on your protocol or what's right for you, visit my website and sign up for a free 30-minute session. You can go to www.laurenciesco.com and I look forward to seeing you over there.